Hey y'all, welcome back to Just My Two Cents. Okay, so today we have to talk about Wendy Williams. And let me tell you, this is personal for me. So, growing up in New Jersey, I would rush home from school, turn on Hot 97, and listen to Wendy spill the tea. So, before the blogs, before the shade room, before social media, Wendy was the source for celebrity gossip.
I, however, which a lot of you don't know, worked at Hot 97 6 years ago when it was dance music, and I did overnights, midnight to 5:30. Then I blew up at Kiss, and now I'm back at Hot, and I'm loving it.
It's like a home from away from home.
It's a home away from home, and I'm still always able to go back over to the other spot, say hi to Carol, and my old boss, and all my old friends there.
She had the inside scoop, and her delivery was unmatched.
Here, the queen of the airwaves, Miss Wendy Williams, at her birthday party. What's up, baby? Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, much love to everybody who's here tonight at the Lions Garden. This place is rammed off the hook.
This place is
Packed, out of control. This man.
And when she got her own talk show, oh my gosh, I was hooked. I even went to her show during its first season. Let me tell you, I was a huge fan, bought the mug and everything. But over time, my perception of Wendy changed. At first, I thought she was just telling it like it is, but as I got older, I started realizing some of what she was saying, it felt mean. Not just blunt, not just unfiltered, but like it was coming from a place of malice. I started feeling uneasy about how she delivered her commentary. Maybe I matured, or maybe she became more reckless, but eventually I stopped watching. Then, when I started learning more about her personal struggles, her marriage, her battles with addiction, it all started to make sense. The saying goes, hurt people, and Wendy was clearly in a lot of pain. But does that mean she deserves what's happening to her now? Let's get into it. Wendy built an empire off of her sharp tongue and no-filter attitude. Whether you loved her or hated her, you listened to her. She made a career out of exposing celebrities, and people ate it up. But as we've seen time and time again, just because someone is successful doesn't mean their life is perfect behind the scenes. And let's be real, Wendy didn't just spill the tea. She threw it, dragged it, stomped on it. She didn't just talk about celebrities, she attacked them. Let's not forget when she exposed Method Man's wife's cancer diagnosis back in 2006 before their own family knew. That was just one of the cruelest things she's ever done. Method Man's family wasn't even ready to share that information. And Wendy put it out there for the world. That wasn't gossip. That was just wrong. But here's the thing. Wendy's personal life, just as messy as the celebrities she's talked about. For years, she was married to Kevin Hunter, and that marriage was tumultuous. He had a whole side chick for over a decade and even had a baby with her. Wendy knew about the mistress, but stayed. And all the while, she was dealing with addiction, alcohol, drugs, the whole thing. I even read her book, Wendy's Got the Heat, twice. In it, she openly talked about her battles with alcohol and drugs. She's been through a lot. And when you put everything together, her toxic marriage, her substance abuse issues, and the pressures of being in the public eye, it makes sense why she became the way she did. In 2022, things took a turn for the worse. Wells Fargo froze Wendy's accounts, claiming she was being financially exploited. And just like that, she was placed under a court-ordered guardianship. Let's talk about what that means, because Wendy basically lost control over her money and her life. The person in charge of her, a court-appointed guardian named Sabrina Morrissey, and since then, Wendy has been trapped. According to the TMZ documentary, Wendy has been living in complete isolation. She's been confined to the 5th floor of a New York facility, a memory unit. She can't leave without an attendant. She can't receive phone calls, but can make them. There is no internet access, no visitors. She's basically a prisoner. And then, just this past week, Wendy literally threw a note out of the window begging for help. NYPD and Adult Protective Services showed up, and while in the hospital, she took a mental evaluation test. The results? A perfect 10 out of 10. She answered every question correctly, So if she's supposedly incapable of making decisions, how did she ace that test? Clearly, Wendy wants out of this guardianship, but here's the problem. She can't even pick her own lawyer. The court-appointed guardian controls that too. How is this even legal? And let's talk about the guardian, because there are serious questions about whether she's actually acting in Wendy's best interest. Why didn't she step in when Lifetime was filming that documentary while Wendy was clearly not in the right state of mind? Now, the guardian is trying to blame Lifetime, but let's be real. Wasn't it her job to protect Wendy? It's giving cover up at this point. Now, here's where things get tricky. A lot of people are saying this is karma, that Wendy built her career off of dragging people, so now she gets a little taste of her own medicine. And look, I get it. But let me ask you this. Does she deserve to be abused? To have her own money controlled? To be locked away in a facility? I don't think so. Wendy has worked for her success, and just because she was messy doesn't mean she deserves to be taken advantage of. So this is just my 2 cents. At the end of the day, Wendy Williams is a human being. She's made mistakes, but she's also suffered. And this whole situation has me questioning who is truly looking out for Wendy. Because right now, it doesn't seem like it's the people in charge of her life. So what do y'all think? Is Wendy being unfairly controlled, or is this guardianship truly in her best interest? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see y'all next time.